on Sewing Sunday, I'm going to be using these really long strips that are about 2 inches wide and maybe 3 feet long. So that would be 1 yard by 2 inches. And it comes in a big roll of a bunch of different colors. Either they match or they look similar somehow, maybe the design or whatever. But I'm going to make Glenn a coffee hot pad, a little tiny one. I only have about 2 hours. So right now it's 4:43, and we'll see. Actually, that's not even 2 hours. I have an hour and 15 minutes before I have to get out of here. So let's see how much I can do. What I've decided is I'm going to take the browner ones. Let's see. Let's look at these colors. We have darker ones and lighter ones. So one side of his coffee mat will be the lighter color, and the other side will be this color. And I'm going to cut 6 inches times 2, and then I'm going to try to sew them all together, making a pattern of 2. One of these and then another one next to it. That's why I need 2 6 inches. And then the same, oh, I just lost one. The same with this. I'm going to do 6 inches and 6 inches and then put them together next to each other, boom, 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 and sew them all together. I've never done anything like that before, so it'll be interesting. So right now I'm going to cut them. Make sure they're flat. Time to get out the sewing machine. This is light quilting, so I thought we should use the quilting table. And I'm just going to dive in and see what happens. Let's see, maybe I should cut it in half. I think I want them thinner than this for the mat, so I think I'm going to cut everything in half. Gosh, just winging it, are you? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, and then I'll have a seam, and that way we'll have a lot more sections. All right, that's 3. That actually looks like a decent size. It is 5.5. Let's do one more just to be on the safe side, because I'm going to have to use part of this as a hem, and so let me do one more. That looks good. I mean, his coffee mug is only, let's see. It's no bigger than that, so that ought to work. What time is it now? 5:15. Oh gosh, that took a half hour. All right, let's work on the dark side. Ooh, the dark side. All right, I cut them all in half and laid them out the way I wanted them. And now it is 5:19. There's 2. Right sides together. These are not the same, are they? Boy, they look awfully a lot alike, but they're not. Okay. The battery pooped out on me. So now it's 5:24. Gotta keep going. There's 4. There's 6. Yay, got that done. Now I don't know which way these are supposed to go, so I'm used to ironing all the seams open, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to record it because I'm going to need the fan on my face because the iron is hot and it got up to like 82 today. All right, I've changed my mind. I'm not going to open every seam because these are really tiny and I would burn myself like crazy. So I'm just going to push them over to one side and put them together like this. Right now we've got like a big seam sandwich. I'm going to flatten them out. And what time is it now? 5:32. Let's see if you can see. 5:32. I know I have half hour. All right, come on, hurry up, iron. Okay, I can't wait another minute. Let's go. I'm pulling on it a little bit, some tension. Hopefully not enough to totally distort everything. Now it's like flat as a pancake. Let's do this one. Oops. Oh, nuts. Keep going, keep going. Oh, there we go. That's better. So I'm going to do them. I'm going to put them together opposite so that one is facing one way and one is facing the other way. All right, let me go. Let's see, what do I have to do next? I assume I'm going to put right sides together. Oh, I don't know. I have to get that little hot mat inside here. Okay. I want it to end up looking like this. I think maybe if I cut it shorter and then sew a little seam here to keep it in place. Okay, I cut some more off the edges. I am going to do like a line, I guess, in here just to keep it connected to one of them. And then do right sides together. And then, well, this will be on the inside of this. Go around everything except a small portion and turn it inside out or right side out and then sew up that bottom bit. Where is it? 5:42? Can you see? Okay. We got 20 minutes. Do it from this side so I can see what I'm doing, and I'm just gonna do a basting stitch. So what do I do for that? Okay, 5 is all I can go. I don't know, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Okay, so it's kind of in place. All those seams are going in 2 different directions. I just want to stay off that. I just want to stay off the pad because it'll be so bulky there. It'll be ridiculous. All right, wish me luck. Oh, have I basted all the way around? I forgot to change the stitch size. Oh my, that's actually pretty good. I'm glad I noticed, but it makes it way easier for me to do this. Okay, I'm on regular stitch now. Done. All right, now let's see what happens when I turn it the other way around. Ooh. All right, now I just have to sew these 2 bits together. All right, this is still kind of wiggly in here, so what I'm going to do is just a couple of lines. So let's do that now. I just want to keep that crinkle paper kind of down. But I'll do it like a regular stitch and slow. lost the thread. Let's do it in the middle. I forgot what I was doing. Okay, nice and slow. It's all done. I do have a problem with the fact that they're not completely lined up. So I think next time I'm actually going to go ahead and just do it in opposite direction, maybe a big X in it or something, because you're going to see it anyway. What time is it? 5:56. Oh, you can't see. 5:56. We're done. And on time. Woohoo! I made this little mat yesterday in an hour and 15 minutes. I have more time today, so I'm going to use this fabric and this fabric as one side, and this one, this one, this one, and finally this one as the other side. And I'm going to take my time and try to do it better. I cut the pieces out. I have 2 of each one at 2 inch by 6 inch. And then these are the other ones. So I did 4 of each one of these because I only have the 2 different fabric. Okay, let's put them together. This time, since I'm trying to do better, I'm going to put 1 clip at the bottom to just keep it in control while I'm going along. There's one. Last piece. The last one I showed you had much bigger strips because I did them at 2 inches and I forgot that I actually had cut the 2 inches in half. So these are all 1 inch with a very small seam. And this is the aesthetic I was actually going for. I think it's cute. Let's go iron it now. This is our little air sandwich. And we're going to flatten them out. This is the one with the 2 different fabrics. And I actually like these, the smaller look better than the big polka dots. Like, I like the small polka dots, but everything else seems to be a bit too big. I was thinking maybe I could use a fabric that's a bit busy like this, with lots of different colors in it, and just cut it all up and put it back together again. Let's see what that looks like. Or make it like cut it this way and then cut it that way, the piece of fabric, and then put them together. Strangely, I think it would be nice. Anyway, once I get them ironed, I'm going to cut them so they're all the same size, and then get out that hot pad. I could do a gray one and then do one with color and then a gray one with color. We'll see. These are pretty easy to do. I've got the hot pad right here, and I'm going to do the sewing just on a little bit to keep it in place. Now I'm going to sew around the edges, leaving a little space open to turn it right side out. So in the brown one, I didn't do a top stitch, which I'll probably do that at some point. But this one I did a little tiny top stitch all the way around, and now I'm going to do that X that I wanted to do on this one instead of doing the lines, because they're just not even with, I mean, they look good on this side, but they don't look good on this side. So I'm just going to do like this, and it should keep that little pad in there nicely. So there it is. I think it turned out great. I think this side looks really good. I did do a little line right here, but you can hardly see it, just to keep that one little pad in place. And this one, I think when I feel like it or have some brown thread in my machine at the time, I think I'll go ahead and do a top stitch. But as it is, it's pretty good. I like it. Got 2. I really like them. It was a lot of fun to make and pretty easy too. And I think I'm going to be making some more. I really like them. This one is my favorite, of course, and I'm going to try more in different colors and different kinds of cuts through the fabric so I can put them together in different ways. I really enjoyed making these. This one was sitting on the kitchen table, and for a split second before I realized what it was, I said, why did Glenn leave burnt toast laying there? So I don't want to look at that anymore. At least not this direction. I'll look at it like this, but this is just going to scream burnt toast to me from now on. This is sort of a warm-up of my next sewing project, which I hope to start tomorrow, which is March 10th. I'm going to start sewing it. And I think I'm going to record it a little bit differently. Instead of moving the camera around and showing you different angles, I'd like to put my GoPro in the corner and just record the whole thing. So I think it's going to make it easier for me to just record it, and then you can see every single step that I make. So it's going to be my own pattern using this type of sewing style. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work just to make a piece of material, but it was fun. And isn't that what it's all about? Having fun? Happy Sunday.